All right, got David from Charleston, South Carolina. What's happening, bro?
Hey, man, I'm with my roommates. We're huge fans.
I appreciate that. What kind of wrestling you got for me?
So we were wondering, there seems to be like a huge disconnect, and with your creative knowledge, too, the inside creative knowledge, there seems to be a huge disconnect between what the WWE is putting out and what the fans want. And just from your insight, why do you think that is?
I think on one hand, you keep giving them what they don't want because you're going to make what they don't want. You're going to make them want that actually more. But to that point, if you do that too much, there is a total disconnect where the audience says, "Hey, fuck you. We don't want it anymore. You done fucked us out of that time window." So I think it's a razor's edge to walk down, and I can see, trying to book that way a little bit, but it almost seems like it's more of a disconnect than them booking that way. It will see. I think they put the chips on the table when They put the chips on the table when they had the Royal Rumble and set the table as they did with Batista winning that match, winning the Royal Rumble, and heading for a spot at WrestleMania. And we've got the impending storylines to come as we get there to see what they'd ultimately put in the ring. But I think there was a big feeler, a big statement made by the WWE Universe by the way Daniel Bryan was treated that night. Not so much in the loss to Bray Wyatt in the opening match. They're trying to build up Bray Wyatt, but the fans took it for granted that he was going to be in the Royal Rumble, and they wanted him to be in that number 30 spot to win that thing and advance to WrestleMania. So I think that's where the disconnect was. How long can they ride that out? We'll see. What are your thoughts on it? Are they turning you off that bad, or are they making you want it to watch? Are they making you want to watch it that much more?
Well, I feel like, it's kind of like that thing where it's, we are hoping that they're going to turn it around, and they're really, I think it's similar with you because, they promoted you not necessarily on the show. They weren't trying to, push you on the show, but, the merchandise is all out there. And I can see those similarities, but at the same time, it's like every pay-per-view we get, there's, this disappointment. And we feel like we've been kicked in the face, and I don't know how much longer we can keep going with it. I don't know.
So, but at one point, as you, the fan, a diehard fan, just going to turn the television off and say, you know what, they've pissed me off so much, I'm not going to watch anymore. Are you at that point?
I'm getting really close.
But it's the only game in town. I say that with due respect to TNA. We don't know how much longer TNA is going to be around. So if you turn that television off, what are you going to move to?
We're going to wait for the WWE Network to come out. We're going to watch all the old Raw Attitude Era stuff and basically just watch you open a can of whoop-ass.
Hey, but you know what? What you're saying, though, the thing about it is there really is no true competition. I bet a cat like you would clamor for the Monday Night Wars to be going on right now because you're getting everything but the kitchen sink thrown at you, and they got to put up or shut up every single Monday night. And they've got all the cards in the deck right now, and they play them how they want to.
I know, and it's crazy because you feel like with there being no competition, they're just going to just kind of bend us over every Monday, it feels like. They'll give us some of it, like with Roman Reigns.
Right.
We thought that was the moment when they pushed him like that, but just Batista coming in the ring and just throwing him over, that's how they choose to end these shows, it feels like. It's like, here's this guy, we're pushing him, you got to deal with it, And it's weird just growing up on you and the WWF Raw. It's a totally different world, and I hope we can hang in there, honestly.
Well, I hope you do, too. I can tell you're big-time fans, as I am as well. I'm out of the business now, but obviously I've started watching the product more, and, I kind of see and feel the frustrations as well. I mean, I was watching the Royal Rumble, and I really wanted to see Daniel Bryan go into the Rumble and win that thing. But, again, they put the pieces on the table. We'll see where they move those chess pieces around as we head into WrestleMania. By any stretch of the imagination, Daniel Bryan could still end up in a high-profile match. So we'll see what they make of that. But I think they put something out there, they listen to the response, and now we'll see if they act accordingly. Hey, I appreciate you guys calling in.
Hey, no problem, Steve. We're awesome fans. We miss you, man. You're awesome. Steve Austin, I'll be listening to the podcast. Can't wait.
Right, appreciate you listening to the show. Catch y'all's ass down the road.
Open up a can of whoop ass on him. Later.